They admit GPS just being in our cars a decade or so, suddenly the average human doesn't have any depth perception or a situational awareness that just think back 10 years ago, you kind of knew where the sun was, different directions, hills, where you were in a city. You kind of just had an idea of where that next street would be because you had a little map in your hand or you wrote down some notes. Just like calculators are making us stupid. Just like now automatic, systems are basically guessing the word on my iPhone when I've half written it. Forget a spell checker. It's now writing the word for me, guessing what the word is. And if I want to send a cuss word, which I occasionally send, or maybe a quote, or someone else's text that has a cuss word, it will change it. It's a nanny state. It's an AI. And every yardstick, every meter, every gauge we've got, every indices shows we're getting stupider and stupider and weaker and weaker and weaker. Used to, I was talking to Buckley about this last night, you had your, quote, dark side, not an evil side, but a primal side where you had to go out and get the food and maybe fight other humans that were trying to take your food, and you could get really vicious and really mean. Then you went back to the hut or back to the cave, and you got the little baby with your wife, and everybody loved each other. That was the precious side that where you wanted to be by the fire with your people. But now it's all a fake nanny state where we all act nice and act like we're liberal and act like we love each other. And then at home we go and watch TV all day. We don't cuddle with each other. We're fake. And yes, there are new studies out in Psychology Today and other publications that show humans now have a shorter attention span than a goldfish. Humans have shorter attention span than a goldfish thanks to smartphones, the London Telegraph, science. And I'm telling you, folks, I talk to adults everywhere, executives, really smart people. And folks call a high IQ smart. That's only one gauge. How about cultural smarts? How about semantical IQ? How about an oratory IQ? What about your social abilities? People don't have that more and more. They're selfish, they're stunted, they're unconscious. They're bored, record numbers are bored, and the brain matter is dying. When you're excited learning new things, even as you get old and lose overall brain mass tissue, you expand new systems in the brain, new neural pathways, and actually become more intelligent. They've done many autopsies on top composers, top mathematicians, and the brain might be a third smaller than when the person was, say, 20 years old. Shriveled, tiny. But that person was doing mathematical equations at 90 years old, bouncing off the walls with a 25-year-old girlfriend. Till the day they had a heart attack, and that's a famous case. The point is, when you let somebody else live for you and you just sit there and watch all day and you don't take action and you don't get involved, just like muscles atrophy, the mind atrophies. And I know I'm telling you something you already know. I'm telling myself something I already know. I am only going to be involved in TV and media if it's empowering. And if it is encouraging people to go outside into nature and to be part of the universe. Near my house, there is a creek, and there are thousands of fireflies now. They're kind of peaking, and I need to go out there with a time lapse and show it. People say, well, how is that news? Well, I'm going to discuss while I'm out there, and I'm going to do a voiceover about really experiencing the world. And if you want to counter globalist disinformation and globalist brainwashing and globalist ugly media and ugly art meant to sabotage your soul, that's declassified. CIA wants to hurt you, make you dumb, make you confused so they can rule you, show you ugly art, show you mental illness, show you not just short attention span shows for kids, but twist it where none of it makes sense and is basically mentally ill to turn you into a gibbering moron. My fellow info warriors, I am very excited to be able to announce to you the introduction at InfoWarsLife.com of a new way to save time and money when you stock up on InfoWars Life formulations like Survival Shield X2 and Super Male Vitality. Just go to InfoWarsLife.com today, select your favorite product, click on Auto Ship before adding to cart, and choose how often you want us to send you another order. Every time you choose Auto Ship at InfoWarsLife.com, you get 10% off, and you won't have to worry about running out and having to reorder next time. And of course, you can cancel with one click anytime. As you know, I'm all about the idea of a 360 win, and the new auto ship feature at InfoWarsLife.com is a sure win for everybody. A win for liberty, a win for health, and a win when it comes to big savings. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today and save 10% on your next InfoWars Life order by selecting auto ship at checkout. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.